아니 근데 이 이벤트는 좀 신기하네. 아까 살짝 봤는데.
Must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this
무슨 얘기를 하고
devil, I
있나요?
must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
뭐?
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing, can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket
아, 없앤 건
can't heal
아니야?
us anymore. I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the
그러게 나
time
100시간
to
참았어,
speak
친구야.
plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I
뭐
wasn't sure you
온다고
could get
내기했다며.
this far.
영혼 동전 5개.
But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder
바라는
Brain.
반대요.
At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and
아,
you
근데
won't
내가
have
세뇌를
enough
당하는 게
free will
먼저겠구나.
left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking, but it's the one inside the prison that you need.
오르페우스 말하는
not
거구나.
the I can give you the means to
걔는
break
풀려나면 날
him
죽일걸?
free. I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's
아니, 표현을
tentacles till the end of your
형,
days.
아니 좀 고상하게 합시다 우리.
Orpheus
문명인인데.
is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an elder brain. An ox requires food and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves
그리고
uncooperative
그러면 우린
once free,
절제자한테 바로 노출이 되겠지.
you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus
갖고 와,
is
인마.
held securely
너 텔포도
in
될 거
my
아니야.
House of Hope, even now. Such an eager
죽일까?
little pup.
공격 버튼이
Surely
없네.
you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch. You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
뭐라고?
Power. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it. That was the great age of humanity. I was there the day it all fell apart. the screams of... And Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with
그래,
all
엘더브레인
the
무슨
powers
왕관
of
쓰고는 있더라.
magic. A crown that would make any who wore it. Men cannot contain so much power. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the nine under one. Archdevil Supreme. I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The Archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one. So much power and potential kept inert. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years. And these chosen, they brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the hells. Deep in the hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault.
그렇게 쉬운 건데 넌 왜 안 했냐고.
I must admit, but they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the... It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
저장을 한번 해놔야겠다 이거. 이게 분기점일 것 같은데? 이 새끼가 웃어?
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. I won't stop you. If you see reason, I'll be...
아 어차피
They'll catch a break.
How long do the effects last?
진짜 분기라고 하기도 좀 그러네.
It depends.
지금 보니까. 결국은 돌아갈 수 있는 분기 개념이네요.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. I can understand that, but it's concerning that something could intervene like that, especially when we are so close to the Elder. Do you have any idea what it was?
야, 엘더브레인 위험하더라. 굳이 내 패를 닦아서 보여줄 필요가. 아, 이게 실패한다고? 내 패를 미리 보여줄 필요는 없어.
You didn't feel it. Then perhaps my protection. But I was sure. Never mind. We
아니, 나
must
황제
press
뭔가
on.
좀 귀엽단 말이지.
I will bolster your mental defense.
나도 산치가 많이
Make sure
올라갔나?
this doesn't happen again.
마호가니 옷장? 하얀색 폰. 당신은 세간의 이목을 끄는 미해결 사건을 골라 죄를 뒤집었어요. 발더의 목소리에서 취재 준비를 마친 뒤 포티어에게 자수하면 됩니다. 어떤 기자를 이용하면 좋을지 잘 알 겁니다. 불주먹 용병대 주둔지에서 당신 정도의 위치라면 어떤 사건을 해결했을 때 포티어에게 가장 큰 명성을 가져다 줄지 잘 알 수 있을 겁니다. 그러면 당신의 빚을 탕감해드리겠습니다. 이유는 걱정하지 마세요. 다른 말이 게임에서 이길 수 있도록 희생하는 것이 폰의 역할이니까요. 라파엘. 잠깐만. 하얀색 비숍. 신전에서 성공적으로 도시를 보호하고 범죄에 맞선 포티어 위관을 찬양하는 연설을 준비하세요. 필멸자와 불멸의 존재 모두 그녀를 총애하니 그녀가 발더스 게이트의 지배자가 되는 것이 운명이자 숙명이라는 것을 암시하세요. 당신의 연설 전문은 발더의 목소리에 게시될 겁니다. 그러니 헬름의 신도들 뿐만 아니라 발더스 게이트의 모든 시민 앞에서 연설하는 것임을 잊지 마세요. 그들을 훈계하고 고양하고 그들에게 영감을 주세요. 그러면 당신의 빚을 탕감해드리겠습니다. 그리고 당신은 분명 새로운 정권의 핵심 인물이 되겠죠. 준비해두세요. 하얀색 나이트. 드디어 당신에게 임무가 생겼습니다. 바다 요새의 사령관으로서 불주먹 용병대의 부사령관들과 가까운 사이인 것으로 압니다. 그들이 포티어 미관의 장성 진급을 어떻게 생각하는지 떠보세요. 단순히 의사를 타진하는데 그치지 않는다면 더 좋습니다. 포티어의 권력과 명성이 높아질 때를 대비해 미지근한 반응을 보이는 이들이 그녀를 지지하도록 격려하세요. 하지만 그녀에게 반대하는 자들을 압박하지 마세요. 그들의 이름과 직위를 기록해 다른 방법으로 처리할 수 있도록 하세요. 그러면 당신의 빚을 탕감해드리겠습니다. 그리고 당신은 분명 앞으로 더 막중한 책임을 맡게 되겠죠. 준비해두세요. 포티어. 계속 나오는 이름은 포티어 위관. 포티어라는 사람을 찾아가 보고 싶어지는데?
Breathe quiet. Move with care. These boots have seen everything.
야, 윌.
Raphael thought he could outsmart us. We know he keeps it in the House of Hope. If we can find a diabolist, they could help us make our way in.
So, no deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway.
The great devil grows sloppy. He makes it. I suppose we will have to see if this house of
절대
hope
훔칠
is
수
open
없을
to
거라고
visitors.
생각해서 그런 거 아닐까? 그런 뭐 조치를 취해뒀다거나.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the first mother's son. And yet it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions.
준비만 해놔.
We will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. But he will see reason. I promise you. A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make... He will have made us... He must keep... Every house has an entrance, Istik. Even those
그치,
in the
어느 집이든
hells,
입구는
you
있지.
must
그래야 들어가니까.
You are wasting your time and mine.
희망의 저택. 지옥. 근데 나는 지옥으로 가는 방법을 모르잖아.
Hey, you want a drink? Who? I want to hear all about it.
My favorite ungainly animal.
A drow or a drink?
악마 추종자를 찾아야 되는데 과연 악마가 어디 있을까? 일단 여기서 볼 일은 다 본 것 같아요. 아마. 그죠? 그럼 여기서 저 잠깐 인벤토리 정리만 좀 하고 그 다음에 출발하겠습니다. 오케이, 가자. 여기서부터 또 좀 길어지잖아.